Let us discuss this question. So integration of minus pi to plus pi. Minus pi to plus pi, so this is 2x upon 1 plus cos square x. 1 plus cos square x dx. Okay, again plus 2 is a constant, I'll take out. This is minus pi to plus pi. Minus pi to plus pi x into sin x upon 1 plus cos square x. Okay, so this is cos square x dx. Now if you have suppose minus a to plus a, minus a to plus a f of x dx is equal to 2 times integral 0 to a f of x dx, 2 times 0 to a f of x dx if f of x is even. If f of x is even, okay, this will be 0 if fx is odd. If fx is odd. Right, now this is an odd function, right? If you have suppose minus a to plus a, if I take suppose the first one, fx is equal to minus, fx is equal to 2x into 2x upon 1 plus cos square x. This will be an odd function because if I have suppose f of minus x, f of minus x will be equal to 2 into minus x f of minus x is equal to 2 into minus x upon 1 plus cos square of minus x. Cos of minus theta is plus cos theta only. So you get this is minus 2 x upon 1 plus cos square x. Okay, that is same as minus fx. So it's an odd function, right? So f is odd. If it is odd, obviously the first one will be 0. So this will be 0. So this will be 0. Okay, and the second is even. If I take suppose fx is equal to, so this is odd. Again, if I take suppose fx is equal to x into sin x upon 1 plus cos square x. Okay, f of minus x will be equal to, f of minus x is equal to minus x into sin of minus x. Sin of minus x divided by 1 plus cos square of minus x. Sin of minus theta is minus sin theta. So you get f of minus x is equal to minus and minus is plus. You get x into sin x upon 1 plus cos square x. 1 plus cos square x. So you get f of minus x is equal to f of x. So it's an even function. So if it's an even function, I can write this as 2 will be there. I can write this as 2 times integration of 0 to pi x into sin x, okay, upon 1 plus cos square x dx. Okay, so this is equal to 4. This is 2 into 2. So this is 4. Okay, this is a worked out example of NCRT. It's a standard result, guys. If you want me to prove, I'll do it. If I take the answer will be pi square by 4 there. Okay, so this is 0 to pi x into sin x upon, so this is 0 to pi integration 0 to pi x into sin x upon 1 plus cos square x. X into sin x upon 1 plus cos square x dx. Answer for this will be pi square by 4. It's a worked out example of NCRT. You call this as equation 1. If I use the King's property, that is 0 to a f of x dx is equal to 0 to a f of a minus x dx. If I use the King's property, you can write this as I is equal to integration 0 to pi, change x to upper limit minus x, so this is pi minus x into sin of pi minus x. okay, upon 1 plus cos square of pi minus x. Cos square of pi minus x, and then this is dx. Cos square of pi minus x, this is dx. I is equal to integration 0 to pi. 0 to pi, this is pi minus x. Okay, sine of pi minus x will be equal to sine x. 180 minus theta second quadrant cos is negative, but when you square it becomes positive. So this is cos square x dx. So I is equal to integration. Pi is a constant I take outside. So you get I is equal to, pi is a constant out, you get integration 0 to pi. Okay, and then you get sin x, okay, upon 1 plus cos square x. 1 plus cos square x minus integration 0 to pi, okay, x into sin x upon 1 plus cos square x. 1 plus cos square x dx, this is same as I. Okay, you shift here, you will get this as 2i. You get 2i is equal to pi times 2i is equal to pi times integration 0 to pi. Okay, and then you get this as numerator, either you use substitution method, okay, or I can write this as 0 to pi minus, I'll keep as it is, and then I can write d of cos x. D of cos x is minus sin x, minus and minus will be plus sin x upon 1 plus cos square x. So integration of 1 by 1 plus x square is tan inverse of x. So 2i is equal to minus pi. Okay, so this is tan inverse of cos x. You get tan inverse of cos x between the limits 0 to pi. Okay, between the limit 0 to pi. So if I substitute, you get 2i is equal to minus pi. Upper limit will be equal to tan inverse of upper limit is tan inverse of cos x. There is tan inverse of cos pi. Okay, this is a bracket. Upper limit will be equal to tan inverse of cos pi. Okay, minus lower limit will be equal to tan inverse of 0. Tan inverse of cos of 0. Okay, so 2i is equal to minus pi. 2i is equal to minus pi. Okay, and then into a bracket you get tan inverse of minus 1 because cos pi is minus 1. Minus this is tan inverse of cos 0 is 1. Okay, so 2i is equal to minus pi. Tan inverse of minus 1 is minus pi by 4. Okay, and then tan inverse of 1 is pi by 4. So 2i is equal to minus and minus is plus. You will get this as plus pi. Okay, and then this is pi by 2. So I is equal to pi square by 4. So otherwise it's a standard result, remember as it is. This is standard result 0 to pi x into sin x upon 1 plus cos square x will be equal to pi square by 4. So this is pi square upon 4. This will cancel, answer is pi square. Answer is option D. Let's move to the next question, guys. See this actually when you have, suppose limit should always be 0 to pi by 2. 0 to pi by 2, this is f of x to the power of n. F of x to the power of n. Here also f of x to the power of n. Okay, plus f of x to the f of pi by 2 minus x whole power n. F of pi by 2 minus x whole to the power of n. Answer will always be equal to pi by 4. Okay, if you have suppose like this, integration 0, limit should always be 0 to pi by 2. Okay, sin x to the power of sin power 5x upon sin power 5x plus cos power 5x plus cos power 5x, answer will be equal to pi by 4. Okay, suppose if you have 0 to pi by 2, okay, sec x to the power of n upon sec x to the power of n plus cosec x to the power of n. okay, and then dx, answer will always be equal to pi by 4. Similarly, if you have 0 to pi by 2, tan and cot with any power, if you have suppose tan x to the power of 5 by 2 upon tan x to the power of 5 by 2, okay, plus cot x to the power of 5 by 2, plus cot x to the power of 5 by 2, answer will be equal to pi by 4. So sin and cos, tan and cot, sec and cosec 0 to pi by 2 with any power, answer is pi by 4. So answer for this will be equal to pi by 4. Same logic, guys. Okay, limit of a sum. Okay, so for limit of a sum, this will be the working rule. Okay, point number 1, you should express the series in the form limit n tending to infinity. Express the series in the form limit n tending to infinity 1 by n summation f of r by n. 1 by n summation f of r by n. This will be point number 1. Okay, point number 2, you will replace summation by integral. Replace summation by integral. Okay, r by n by x and 1 by n by dx. 1 by n by dx, and then limit n limit n tending to infinity, limit n tending to infinity, and then r by n to r by n. So you can use this for lower limit will be least value of r. Lower limit will be equal to lower limit is equal to least value of r, least value of r, and upper limit will be equal to, okay, upper limit is equal to maximum value of r, that is highest value of r. I'll give you an example, guys. Okay, now listen. Suppose if I want to do it, first point number 1, I express a series in the form limit n tending to infinity 1 by n summation r by n form. If I look into the series 1 by n square, 2 by n square, similarly 3 by n square, n by n square will be summation 1 by n square. Okay, r is equal to 1 to n. Okay, and then you have sec square of 1 by n square, sec square of 4 by n square. So this can be written as sec square of r by n the whole square. You put n equal to 1, 2, 3 and so on up to n, you will get the entire series. Okay, now what I'll do is, I'm going to take 1 by n out. So this is equal to limit n tending to infinity of, limit n tending to infinity of 1 by n out. This will be equal to summation 1 by n sec square of r by n. Sec square of r by n the whole square. Okay, r is equal to 1 to n. Now you should replace summation by integral. Okay, r by n by x and 1 by n by dx. So r by n by x will be equal to sec square of x square. This is 1 by n square, 2 by n square, 3 by n square, right? So this is r by n square, right? This will be equal to r by n square. Okay, here also you get r. So this is r by n square. R by n square, I took 1 by n out, so this is r by n. Replace summation by integral r by n by x. So this becomes x into sec square of x square. Okay, and replace 1 by n by dx. Now you take limit n tending to infinity of, limit n tending to infinity of r by n. Least value of r is 1. So this is limit n tending to infinity of 1 by n, that is equal to 0. That's the least value of r, that is lower limit. Okay, and then limit n tending to infinity of maximum value of r. Maximum value of r will be equal to n. So you get n by n, that is equal to 1. Okay, so now this can be written as, so this is lower limit is 0, right? So this is 0 to 1. Okay, now this is equal to 0 to 1, integral 0 to 1 x into sec square of x square, sec square of x square and then dx. Okay, now I'm going to put x square is equal to t. Differentiation of x square is 2x, so you get 2x dx is equal to dt. And from this I can write x into dx is equal to dt by 2. Okay, even the limits will change. When x is equal to 0, t is equal to 0. When x is equal to 1, t is equal to 1. So new limit will be equal to 0 to 1. So this is equal to sec square t. X into dx is dt by 2. So this is half of dt. So half I'll keep as it is. Integration of sec square t is tan t. Between the limits is 0 to 1. So this is equal to half of upper limit will be equal to tan 1. Lower limit is tan 0. Tan 0 will be equal to 0. So you get half of tan 1. Answer will be equal to first option. Okay, I can use the same logic guys here. Replace, this is already in standard form. Replace summation by integral r by n by x. Okay, 1 by n by dx. Now limit n tending to infinity of r by n. Least value of r will be equal to 1. That is lower limit. Limit n tending to infinity of 1 by n. That is equal to 0. And this is equal to limit n tending to infinity of maximum value of r will be equal to n. So this is n by n. Okay, that's equal to 1. So this is 0 to 1. Integration of e power x is e power x. Between the limit 0 to 1, upper limit minus lower limit. So you get e minus 1. That's the answer guys. Answer is option B. Okay, so I am supposed to find the value of k. I can write this as integration of 1 to 2. Okay, integral 1 to 2 dx upon. Okay, so this x square minus 2x plus 4 can be written as x square minus 2x plus 1 plus 3. This is x minus 1 the whole square plus root 3 the whole square. Okay, so this is 2 actually. So if I substitute here, this whole to the power of 3 by 2 I'll keep as it is. This is root 3 the whole square plus x minus 1 the whole square. Okay, whole to the power of 3 by 2. Now whenever you have a square plus x square, when you have suppose a square plus x square, you would put x is equal to a tan theta. Okay, so root 3 the whole square plus x square, I'll put x is equal to a tan theta, right? So I'm going to put x minus 1. X minus 1 is equal to root 3 into tan theta. Our right side I'll keep as it is. I'm supposed to find the value of k, or I can equate as well, no problem. K upon k plus 5. So I'll put x minus 1 is equal to a tan theta, that is root 3 tan theta. Okay, call equation 1. If I differentiate dx is equal to, this is root 3, differentiation of tan theta is sec square theta d theta. Okay, even the limits will change. When x is equal to 1, you get 0 is equal to root 3 into tan theta. Okay, so that is tan theta equal to 0. Theta is equal to 0. And when x is equal to 2, you get 1 is equal to root 3 into tan theta. Root 3 tan theta, 1 by root 3 is equal to tan. So tan is equal to pi by, theta is equal to pi by 6. So theta is equal to pi upon 6. So theta is 0, theta is pi by 6. So this is 0 to pi by 6. Okay, dx will be equal to root 3 into sec square theta d theta. Okay, divided by root 3 the whole square is 3. X minus 1 is equal to root 3 tan theta. If I substitute, this becomes 3 tan square theta. Okay, whole to the power of 3 by 2 is equal to k divided by k plus 5. So root 3 out, this is equal to 0 to pi by 6. 0 to pi by 6, this will be equal to sec square theta d theta. Okay, upon 3 I'll take outside. You get this as 1 plus tan square. 1 plus tan square whole to the power of 3 by 2 is equal to k divided by k plus 5. k upon k plus 5. So this root 3 is a constant, I'll keep as it is. Integral 0 to pi by 6. Okay, 0 to pi by 6. Numerator will be equal to sec square theta d theta. Okay, upon 3 into 1 plus tan square is sec square. Okay, whole to the power of 3 by 2. Whole to the power of 3 by 2 is equal to k divided by k plus 5. So this is root 3 divided by 3 to the power of 3 by 2. Okay, and then the root 3 can be written as 3 power half. This can be written as 3 power half. Okay, and then this is 0 to pi by 6. 0 to pi by 6, this is numerator will be equal to sec square theta d theta divided by sec square to the power of 3 by 2 will be equal to sec cube. Okay, is equal to k divided by k plus 3. So 3 power half divided by 3 to the power of 3 by 2 is 1 upon 3. This will cancel. Okay, square will cancel with cube, you get only sec. So integration 0 to pi by 6. Okay, you get 1 by sec. 1 by sec is cos, is equal to k upon k plus 5. Okay, integration of cos is sine. Between the limits is 0 to pi by 6. Okay, is equal to k upon k plus 5. 1 upon 3. Okay, sine theta, sine 30 is half, is equal to k divided by k plus 5. If you cross multiply, you will get k plus 5. Okay, is equal to 6k. Okay, so you get 5 is equal to 5k. That's fine. 5 is equal to 5k, so k equal to 1. That's the answer, guys. Value of k will be equal to 1. Thanks for joining me, guys.